Hello friends, today we will discuss about ether component. So before starting of ether, I will make sure that we had been complete alcohol as well as phenol completely. So now we will discuss about preparation of phenol, preparation of ether. How can you prepare ether in laboratory? So first technique, that it is a dehydration of alcohol. It is a very simple technique. So we have to start with a simple reaction scheme. So alcohol means we will choose ethanol. This alcohol is undergo dehydration in presence of concentrate sulfuric acid. Now dehydration reaction having two different temperature conditions. So I will mention a reagent over here, concentrate sulfuric acid. In presence of concentrate sulfuric acid, if ethanol is heat at 443 Kelvin temperature, then at a higher temperature water molecule is released. So due to dehydration we have to write removal of water. Water molecule is released means this is alpha carbon, this is our beta carbon. So beta carbon donate hydrogen and alpha carbon donate OH group. So overall H from beta and OH from alpha should be removed in form of water. So we get double bonded compound means we having alkene. This is a ethane. So with loss of water ethanol will give ethene, but we have to prepare ether. So a different condition, that 413 Kelvin temperature, this temperature play important role. So I will tick mark over here. At 443 Kelvin temperature it will give alkene, but at 413 Kelvin temperature it will give ether. So it will give CH3 CH2 O CH2 CH3. This is called as a ethoxy ethane, means our ethane compound is prepared. So actually it should require 2 mole over here, but we have to check which parameters are different. So first parameter, it is temperature. So at lower temperature it will give ether, but at higher temperature it will give alkene. So we have to mention a short scheme over here to remember. At higher temperature it will give alkene, and at lower temperature it will give ethers. So this is the short scheme that you have to remember. Now what is the mechanism? So for mechanism we have to write a separate scheme over here. So I will write mechanism. Okay, in a mechanism it generally involve 3 steps. So I will start from step number 1. So friends, look over here. This is our alcohol, ethanol. Now ethanol is react with acid. So we know that according to Lewis acid base concept, acid having tendency to donate H plus ion. So I will write ethanol as CH3 CH2OH, means a complete electronic structure of ethanol is given over here, in which oxygen having 2 non-bonding pair of electrons, it will react with H plus ion of acid. So what is the role of non-bonding pair of electron? So non-bonding pair of electron will attack on H plus and gain this H ion. So it will form CH3 CH2 OH, as it is having one non-bonding pair electron, but now oxygen occupied one more hydrogen atom. So due to excess of valency, oxygen gain partial positive charge. So this positive charge particle or species, which is called as a protonated alcohol. It is called as a protonated alcohol. So in step number 1 we get protonated alcohol. Now in step number 2, this protonated alcohol is react with one more mole of ethanol. So I will write ethanol over here, CH3 CH2 OH. This is our ethanol. It is react with protonated alcohol, CH3 CH2 OH H having positive charge. So now friends, focus over here that this oxygen will directly attack on this second last carbon. Due to that, H2O molecule is depart from the reaction medium. So we get CH3 CH2. Now oxygen having this hydrogen OH as it is, but this oxygen is connect with CH2, it is connect with CH3. Due to excess valency of oxygen, it having partial positive charge with loss of H2O. This is called as a protonated ether. So simply, suppose I remove this hydrogen, it seems like a R group, means ether group, but in ether hydrogen atom is present, that's why it is called as a protonated ether. So in step number 2 we will get protonated ether. In the last step, step number 3, this protonated ether react with excess mole of acid which lose H plus atom to form ether. So we will write CH3 CH2 O CH2 CH3 having hydrogen, having non-bonding pair of electron, oxygen and positive charge. So this species react itself which lose this H plus atom to form CH3 CH2 O CH2 CH3. This is called as a ether compound with loss of this H plus atom. So I will write minus H plus ion. So this is the complete reaction scheme to manufacture ether component in laboratory. So we have to remember that temperature parameter play important role. So at a very higher temperature it will convert to doubly bonded compound, means alkene, but at a slightly lower temperature than alkene it will give ether compound. So this is all about preparation of ether. Next topic regarding ether is a very well known name reaction, Williamson ether synthesis. So how it should be start? So reagent is a haloalkane, so I will write RX. When haloalkane is react with RONA. What do you mean by RONA? Sodium alkoxide. So it will give ether compound as ROR with loss of sodium halide. So this is the reaction scheme to manufacture ether. But what is the advantage of Williamson ether synthesis? So I will write advantage over here. Advantage of this method is to prepare asymmetrical ethers. This is the main word, asymmetrical ethers in laboratory. So here I will mention important word asymmetrical. Means what? So before understand asymmetrical, we have to understand what you mean by symmetrical one. Symmetrical means what? So earlier we were discussing an example that ethanol undergo dehydration will give ether. So look over here, this is the example of symmetrical ether. How? Oxygen on which either side having same number of alkyl group, it is called as a symmetrical ether. So now a main point, asymmetrical ether, that ether in which oxygen on which either side having different number of alkyl group, which is called as a asymmetrical ether. So this is the advantage. Now I will write the example of this reaction scheme. So example, instead of R, simply I will choose CH3Br. Instead of R, I will choose tertiary group, means CH3, C, CH3, CH3 having O, Na. So look over here, this Br is removed with sodium in a form of minus NaBr. So sodium bromide is eliminated during reaction scheme. So we have CH3 which is connect with this oxygen. So having a product CH3, C, CH3, CH3. Now oxygen having CH3. So look over here, this is asymmetric ether. Asymmetrical ether. So according to our definition, oxygen on which either side having different alkyl group, which is called as a asymmetrical ether. Now we will check a different example. So limitation of Williamson should be find from here. So instead of Rx group, suppose I will choose a tertiary group over here. Means if I will exchange this alkyl group only, so I will get a component like this CH3, CH3 having a Br, and CH3 come over here, so it will give CH3O Na. So in this case, if we have tertiary haloalkane, then it should not give ether, but it will give alkene as a product. How? Let us check. So one of the hydrogen should be removed from here and halogen from here. So halogen is eliminated from alpha carbon and beta carbon donate its hydrogen with in form of H and Br from here from Na. So what is the byproduct? Here of Na, here Br in form of minus NaBr. Now moreover, here from H and other side from Na. So we will have CH3O having this H, means minus CH3OH, CH3O and H, CH3OH, Br and Na, NaBr. So with formation of double bond over here, so CH3, C, CH3 having a double bond CH2. So here we get alkene as a product. So what is the favorable condition to manufacture ether in a laboratory? So we can say that haloalkane should be only primary type of. Now one more example, that which is very important for exam. So I will write important reaction scheme. So I will write over here important reactions. So a question is that how can you manufacture anisole and phenol in a laboratory? So we have example that our phenol is first of all react with alkali, means NaOH. With loss of water, it will give sodium phenoxide. This sodium phenoxide molecule is react with haloalkane, means CH3Cl. So here from Na, here from Cl, form of methyl chloride is removed. So we have O CH3 having benzene ring. This is called as a anisole. This is the popular or trivial name of this compound. Now what is the IUPAC name? It is methoxybenzene. It is called as a methoxybenzene. Now second one, it is preparation of phenol. So when phenol is react with sodium hydroxide, we know that with the loss of water molecule, first of all it will give sodium phenoxide as the intermediate. Now this sodium phenoxide is react with, in spite of methyl, suppose we will write C2H5 means ethyl group over here. So here Na, here Cl in form of minus NaCl to form OC2H5 having phenyl ring. This is called as a phenol. This is called as a phenol, and IUPAC name of phenol is a ethoxybenzene. So I will write over here, it is called as a ethoxybenzene. So this is all about preparation of anisole as well as phenol. So Williamson synthesis, it is proved that Williamson synthesis, it is used to manufacture asymmetrical ethers in laboratory. So look over here, either it is asymmetrical, let us check. Oxygen, on which either side it having different alkyl group or functional group, that's why it is a asymmetrical. Now we will discuss that this formation of ether will follow which reaction scheme. So this formation of ether will follow SN2 type of mechanism. So I will write it follows SN2 reaction scheme. So we have to highlight this word because it is used for MCQ purpose. So formation of ether having SN2 type of reaction scheme. So at the end of our discussed topic on ether, we have assignment number 9 having several questions which are given from here. So we'll discuss about question number 1, that complete the following organic conversions. So in organic conversion, simply you have to write reactant as well as product structure first, that you have to compare which things or which functional group still lack to finish. So you have to follow several reaction scheme which were discussed over earlier. That first reaction is a phenol to anisole, that how can you convert phenol to anisole as well as phenol to phenol. Frequently should be asking 2 marks to each, so you have to remember 2 mark for each. Now question number 2 is about reaction mechanism for preparation of ether. So you have to describe each and every, meanwhile you have to write 3 steps of preparation of phenol with its proper charge as well as its name. Question number 3, that write not on Williamson synthesis. So this is important question for exam. This question should be asked in either 2 mark or 3 mark. So you have to concentrate on weightage of question. If this question should be asked in 2 mark, then simply you have to write 2 reaction scheme. But if it will ask in 3 mark, then you have to write a reaction scheme with explanation and 2 more examples. So last question of this topic is a question number 4, that complete the following reaction scheme. So if you are complete aware with conversion scheme, then you can easily attempt such a type of question. So this type of question should be asked in 2 mark in board examination, so you cannot neglect or ignore this question. So look at the 2 reaction scheme, there is a minor change, both side on alkyl group should be changed, so it will give definitely different product. But here you have to mention that which product is obtained in a major amount in your own words. So here I will mention over here, also explain in your words. So it is necessary, if you are completely understand, then you can easily attempt a question answer. So tomorrow we will discuss about a new topic which are based on ether.